Hello, hello, hello. Today we get to have a live video, and I'm just going to add Szara in a second. The minute she shows up as a viewer, I will add her in. There she is. I'm going to add her in. There we go. 1 second. It says adding. And there she is. Hello, beautiful.
Hello. There we go. I'm on the boat now, so that should be a more solid connection.
Great. Yay! Okay, so Szara, we get the opportunity today to talk about community and the difference that community makes for us as parents. Oh, I love your flower.
Oh, except the wind. The wind is just blowing my hair everywhere. Woo!
Ah! Just wants to be with you. There we go.
Okay.
Great. Awesome. Hello. Oh, sunset one. Great. So
great conversation today.
Yeah, and you know, it's just in sitting here, and it's amusing to me, right? I'm sitting here and you're sitting there, and yet what I have is the experience of being a community with you, right? It's not dependent on you being here, right? Totally.
Absolutely.
So thank you. Great. Okay, so what does community mean, and what does it make available to us? What do you think?
Yeah. Well, first off, too, especially like community is really broad. Community in anything makes such a difference, but like community as parents really makes all the difference. Actually, yesterday it was interesting. There was one post going around on Facebook, this meme, and it was actually about like our friends being our soulmates and our partners being somebody to have fun with, right? Or some version of that. I can't remember how it actually was. But it got me actually thinking about community and the importance of it. Is like there's our tribe of people. There's our people that we get to be with and we get to share with, and it just really fills up life. And as a parent, I remember in my early years of parenting, finding those tribes or those people that parented the same way, or the match for how I was or where my ideals and standards might have been, really made a difference to like solidify what I was up to.
Yes.
Like and it's interesting because communities can look in a lot of different ways. Like communities can be really either inclusive or also really exclusive. And so yeah, like community can offer so much, and lack of community can hurt so much.
Yes. Yeah, it's really interesting just because I knew we were talking about it. I was also looking a little bit today, right? And I had this amazing experience of not being alone because I was in community, right? And it's actually, I don't even know how to say it. It was literally the experience that I could be over here trying to do this all on my own, or I could be with the offers that people had made to me today to be in community, right? And it wasn't specifically around parenting today. It was around like getting something done. But it was that experience of like, I don't have to do this all on my own, right? I don't. There are other people who are really interested either in me or in what I'm up to, and I can actually allow people to be community with me, right? And when you talk about that, I know my early parenting years, I spent a lot of time looking for my tribe. I really did. And I read all these articles about tribes, but a lot of it had to do with, please align with the way I think, you know, parenting should happen, right?
Yeah. And we miss something in that. We really miss the diversity. We miss like all those opportunities of different viewpoints, and to try things on and to see things another way. And And like, I think that's why something like what we're doing with committed parenting and having a community is so important, to have like this total open-ended inclusive community. Like, you're a parent, you belong. Like, even you're not a
Yes.
parent, if you care about parenting, you belong.
Yeah.
Kids matter to you, families matter to you, you belong.
Yeah.
And you each all have such a unique way and expression of being a
Yes.
parent, being part of that community, and to have this community be a safe, nourishing space where you get to be whatever that expression is and that value, because you have
Yeah.
value and contribution to offer.
I really hear that, because I think we don't always value our contribution, right? So to be with other people, right? That we are that contribution then, right? And we get to share what our Hi.
Hello?
Sorry, we have a small breakdown. We're having a technical issue. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, great. So we were just talking is like the opportunity of community, right? And you were talking around diversity, like what the benefit of diversity and community is those viewpoints. And what I hear right there for me is the contribution that it is to be with people who bring different viewpoints, and to be that space for people too, right? Where they can be that contribution. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so interesting, because even like on a micro level, like looking in my family,
Mm-hmm.
one of my teenage boys was dealing with something. And,
Mm-hmm.
I went to be a space of contribution for him, and he was not looking for contribution. He was very
Yeah.
much, I can do this on my
Yeah.
own. I can do this myself. And he can, and I want to support him in that way, and however he wants that to look. But I also got, like, actually from my early years of like, I can do this on my own, I don't need community, actually set the tone for that. Like, I really saw for
Wow.
myself actually about when we actually are in community and we actually allow community to be a contribution, we allow other viewpoints, we allow other things, we're also setting a model for our kids that they're really not alone either. And they really can. They're like, in our culture, I tend to find like, it's like, you have to be tough, you have to be strong, you got to do it all yourself and independent, and that's real strength and real value. And when you're not, there's somehow some kind of weakness involved. And that's such BS. That's such BS. Like, it's just what community offers is actually the expansion of who you get to be. You get to kind of like lean in, you get to get up to even more stuff with people. And when we block that off, we're really doing ourselves a disservice. And so by being in community, not only do you get all the benefits of what community offers, it's a great role model for our kids to be able to create community and see the value and benefit of community, and that it's okay. They don't have to be on their own, and they don't have to do it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just left like, we become so insular then, right? Like when we do that. And then like I was just there in that conversation, is that when we're doing it all on our own, everything is in a closed system. There isn't an opportunity for anything different, right? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I really, really just understood that for myself. Like what a closed system when we're being on our own is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do that as a family. We can get very insular, right? Like we have this
Yes.
little micro community of our family,
Yes.
which is a community in itself, and it offers value. And we can either each be in our family, or we can be in our community of our family, which is also a different space to come from.
Yes.
And then there's that, like, which actually that I just got present to too, because that's actually the times when I'm really connected to my family and like are having those like, oh, fill my heart up moments, are actually when my family is in community. When we're actually there with each other and we're not all just standing off on our own, doing our own things and separate from each other. We're coming together and in conversation and, looking at each other and with each other. And then there's that like next level out where, that next level of community, and maybe
Yes,
it's
broader than that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's your neighborhood community. Maybe it's your parenting community. Maybe it's your best girlfriends or other families that you're together with. And there's all these different communities that all have such a value for us, and really the opportunity to fill ourselves up and have this different kind of meaningfulness.
Yes. And I just, in even activities, right? We can have community from activity, right? Yeah. And there was something else you said that was really powerful that I've now lost. Yes. I was just hearing that expansion. Oh, I know what it is, that in community, like when we're being that space, that we are community, what is available immediately is connection, right? And relatedness, and all those things are right there, right?
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah. And when we really like embrace community, we really can have the experience we're not on our own, right?
Yeah.
Like, and when we have the you know, or also too, we meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah. Szara, I have a little bit of a breakdown. I need to actually get off this live video. And so
I don't have a time.
yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I
Awesome.
hear
We can
is
talk
there's more
about
to have
community.
conversation here, right? Around community and what it makes available, right?
Yes. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Aloha.
Aloha. Bye.
Bye.